All right, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are, game number 2. We have OG versus Team Kinguin, and OG up 1-0 in this best of 3. This is a semifinal matchup again for the MDL European Qualifier coverage. OG on the verge, trying to get to the grand finals, which will be a best of 5 in a matchup against Mad Lads. Kinguin focusing on just getting to a game 3 at this point. BreakyCPK, joined by Rimedota once again. We got a first pick, Elder Titan. That's been a OG specialty as of late.
Kinguin respond with the Bane and the Furion. Okay, so they're playing at the Furion in the first phase. That's a bit brave, but against the E team, and E is not the strongest hero to deal with Furion. But, I mean, he does benefit a bit from the trees, but it's not that much.
10 seconds remaining.
So, OG, generally they probably just want to pick up another 5 positions. Probably pretty nice here. Disruptor, maybe. Oh, they pick up the Tiny. Okay, so taking that in the first phase as well. Offlane is possibly being shown off here already.
Yeah, on both sides, as you mentioned. I mean, it's one of those cases that doesn't have to be, but as how the Euro is usually played. So you'd expect.
Yeah, we know that the Furion is pretty definitely going to be. Well, it's going to be in a side almost. Actually, no, they play almost every day, don't they? It's Kinguin. So I believe we saw ages ago versus Newbie, it was a Safe Lane Furion versus a Panda, and it was Exotic Deer versus KP, and I believe it was something like 30 and 28 was the CS score at like 5 minutes for the Furion, and like 3 and 0 for the Panda. It was like the most one-sided lane I've ever seen. So I doubt something similar is going to happen here, because I think people realize now how to make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, that was eye-opening when I thought that Furion was pretty bad, but Kinguin make him work.
Yeah. Well, hoping to show us here how it works. Gonna get that game 3, but the bans to follow, and Team Kinguin's now, it's almost as if that Tiny threw them for a loop. Maybe they too were expecting a support hero pick there, but instead it's Tiny, and now they're thinking, all right, what the hell do we ban then?
OG's turn
banning
to
at Death
ban.
Prophet, that seems to be what Mad has had
Radiant
quite a lot of
team
success with.
ban.
I would probably still ban out the Disruptor if I were with them, but I think they're probably going to spend it on core heroes they're more worried about. Now, what are we looking at? Lifestealer's banned out by instead of OG, but obviously helps the Tiny out. Also, Lifestealer's very good against ET. So, this ban from Kinguin,
10 seconds
it could be almost anything, but if we're looking towards Mad's heroes, then maybe a
5
Viper ban, maybe a
seconds
Dragon
remaining.
Knight ban, something like that. He favors those kind of things.
Yeah, so again, thinking about that already with the Death Prophet taken away, but yeah, like I said, and we saw it even last game, of course, he has been playing a lot of Viper.
Oh,
feels like for OG.
Visage is quite nice here as well. I mean, he's pretty nice versus Bane because you can cancel the grip with bursts and so on and so forth. You always have stuns to deal with the Furion. You don't take much damage as well. So maybe banning out the Visage would be a good idea, because I can easily see them doing like a
turn to ban.
mid Visage on the side of OG, especially with this opening.
Puck ban. Let's say that's I mean, that's a good one, right? Even though they have a Tiny already, and it's just the S4
Radiant
Puck.
team pick.
Yeah,
Probably
thing
always a
about
good
it is
one.
Tiny can go in any lane. He can be 1 roll, 2 roll, 3 roll, 4. He can have his pretty much every single roll. He picks up his tree and starts smacking people. But he's nice as a 1 because you can get like Sanjin Yasha Shadow Blade and
Turn to pick.
be very scary. Okay, the Raise pick up. So Kinguin really going for the laning phase here. I believe we saw this previously. I think it was Excalibur's team. They went with like the Razor Omni Knight first 2. And again, they were picking Razor into unknown matchups. So Razor could be up against whatever,
10 seconds
but they seem to
remaining.
think that they can make sure he gets a good lane.
Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Hello, G.
Oh, Witch Doctor, he's very nice, both versus the Razor and also he's good against the Furion. He can actually zone him a bit, but mostly against the Razor because the Maledict plus Death Ward combo is just... For Razor, which is the hero that just kind of wants to run in, like, unless you have a BKB, surviving
10
that is
seconds remaining.
unlikely.
OG's turn to pick.
Keeper of the light.
This is a bit of a departure from the normal Kinguin playstyle.
Sure is. And interesting thing with Coddle is usually we'll see him maybe as more of the aggressive lane. So I guess potentially could go up there with an NP, but
10 seconds
doesn't seem like your
remaining.
usual matchup.
Yeah, but they maybe if
remaining.
like they already knew the lanes, they could go, okay, we can put the Fury in top versus whatever, and then put the Razor mid, and then we could have some spam lane with like the Coddle, and then we could just crush the lanes that way. But they don't know what they're up against.
Yeah.
They don't know what lanes they're facing, so assuming that is a bit difficult. So this keeper is definitely going to be full position. It's probably going to be Katzel playing it. It's really, where does he go? Well, we weren't going to really find out until the next 3 picks, so speculation might be a bit risky.
I also feel like that means if you're OG and you're even thinking about putting Tiny in like a 1 or 2, it might not be as likely anymore. That Coddle with that blinding light could be really annoying. So
yeah, I would
3.
discourage picking Tiny as a core in this game, because one, you have to keep a Quelling Blade at all times because of the trees, and you have to worry about the Razor versus a melee hero matchup as well. And yeah, losing all your mana to Coddle is a bit more difficult when you're the one who has to hit the building. So OG's 4th pick, it could be, maybe you can even look towards like stuff like Queen of Pain and things like that, but Chara's out, so lots of the normal Razor counters are already out, like Terror Blade and such. There's always Chaos Knight if they want something, but Chaos Knight does very, very poorly against Keeper and all this stuff. He's also very slow.
What about Phantom Lancer this game?
Phantom Lancer this game, I mean, it's nice because you can dispel Mana Leak, but you can't really get away from the Razor too easily, but Furion will almost never be able to kill you. But the chances are you're going to end up like in a lane versus a Razor, or like maybe if you pick PL now, then what Kinguin could do is they could just pick like some hero that spams out waves with the Coddle. Like I think Brewmaster's still on or something like that. They could just go clap and keep spamming that, and you're going to have a really difficult time laning.
Yeah, Beastmaster is still on the board, and so speaking of a Coddle spam lane, something we've seen before.
Yeah, that's one of the stronger ones.
Radiant team ban.
The Leshrac, okay.
Now, I mentioned this earlier. We saw OG the other day. They ran an S4 Leshrac, actually. But I'm trying to recall. I think that's right. He played it in the middle, though. So it was S4 playing it, but he played it in the mid. It was a matchup against Zeus in that case, so.
5
well,
seconds
we may be saying
remaining.
something similar here. We could see Notal be playing something safe lane and Mad playing the off lane. Or, well, anyone could really be playing the Leshrac. But I think out of all these players, I think S4 is the one that is most comfortable on Tiny. And I think it would probably be a waste of a pick if he wasn't the one playing it. Last pick or last ban for Kinguin now. This Leshrac is quite nice though, but you can clear all the trees, you can you don't really mind getting feed script that much since you can still do your damage. Razor doesn't scare you that much either because, well, you can take my damage, but I'm still going to do the magic damage.
Yeah.
He suffers a bit versus the blinding light plus mana leak combo because Leshrac without mana, well, it's not really that effective. But overall, it's a pretty nice pick, but making sure he gets through the laning phase is going to be difficult because in the lane versus either Furion or Razor, I think he gets pretty heavily punished.
OG's turn to ban.
They do ban the PL. Ultimately going back to that.
Yeah. They're still worried about it. I'm pretty sure that PL could be moved around a bit, so it's always that factor. In fact, they could put a mid and it would force the Razor to come mid and they can move the PL away and that kind of stuff.
This is almost feeling like, what about something like a
Venomancer
final pick for OG? So a lot of magic damage,
turn to pick.
Is that bad?
I would feel like I don't think Venomancer can really do that much in a game like this. I'd say it's a bit too slow, but they do go for the Beastmaster. All right.
Huh.
So it's so it's probably Mad playing the Beastmaster off lane, Notel playing Tiny safe lane, and S4 playing the Leshrac mid. That's what I would say because Mad plays Beastmaster, or he did play it a lot. Like a lot.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
And the last pick for Kinguin.
5 seconds
maybe they
remaining.
just pick like a Shadow Fiend or something. Oh,
Legion Commander.
Okay.
Now select your heroes.
LC. We were just talking about that earlier. That is not a popular hero as of late. But so Exotic Deer will end up playing the Nature's Prophet, sure enough. You mentioned the idea of that potentially, and Patos getting on the LC. Very, very interesting finish to this draft.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about this. Well, it's like you can do the Moment of Courage spam. I think which one's the? Oh no, it's overwhelming odds, isn't it? I can never remember. They're all just so absurdly
It's the
named.
nuke, yeah.
Yeah, the nuke. You can just spam that out and make sure you clear the wave out. So yeah, it's Mad playing the Beastmaster, and they're just going to be guaranteeing farm on this Nature's Prophet, but he will be leaning against a Beastmaster most likely. So the Bane will have to help out a bit there. And I'm pretty sure once Nature's Prophet gets off to a good start, you know, like the Phase Boots, the Blightstone, maybe Orb of Venom or something like that, then the lane gets pretty fine for him.
All right. There we go. Into game number 2 now, OG versus Team Kinguin. Again, S4 having his hands on Leshrac, but like we talked about, it's, as we saw before, it's probably going to be in that mid-matchup at this point.
I think this Leshrac versus Razor matchup, I think it should start off rather badly for the Leshrac, because I don't really know of any way that you can really get those last hits without someone helping you. So probably going to be seeing Fly or Jerax walk in there. Most likely Fly. And maybe Elder Sash will walk in there as well, so we'll be seeing a little 2v2 in the mid lane for a bit. And then Leshrac is the kind of hero, though, versus Razor, he doesn't suffer that much, because Leshrac can farm the woods very, very effectively. He can also push out the lane rather easily, so he doesn't really suffer from that damage drain past like level 5 or so. It's a question of, are things going to go really badly in that little time period there before he hits that period where he can go jungle?
Apparently S4 has been playing a bit of Leshrac as well since Dota Plus. It's level 2 on this hero.
Oh, yeah. Everyone has, apart from Jerax, and it doesn't even... Oh, no, he does have Dota Plus, he just hasn't played ET in a pub yet.
that sounds a little surprising to me, but maybe he just plays it so much in tournament games that he's like, I know this hero in and out, why even bother?
Also, playing ET in pubs can probably be a bit depressing, because you need to combo with people quite a lot.
True.
You need to do, like, quite advanced laning stuff and make sure that you play the lane correctly, because if ET falls behind, like, when he tries to do his stacking and briefcasing shenanigans, then it can be pretty hard to recover.
30 seconds to battle.
Okay. Elder Titan, speaking of him, Jerax is getting pretty deep in here to the Radiant jungle. He's going to see Bane and make his way back.
He's doing a little bit of searching, working out if he has to do the creep pull or not.
It's just Bane for now, though.
So let's just being annoying. So this should be 3 bounty runes for OG.
The battle begins.
Unless he decides to go for the sleep here, but very much doubt that.
Yep, they're going to get 3. Patel's the only one to get one on Kinguin's side.
So, just looking at the lanes right now, it's like, this bot lane should go, I would say pretty one-sided because the Bane is here. This mid lane should go also pretty one-sided because Razor is, there's no real way for Leshrac to last hit in this lane without using stun. And top lane, I'd say that's pretty even because Witch Doctor is just kind of obnoxious to deal with.
Where are my trees? All cut down. Trees to work with. And let the Wild Axe spam begin. Same thing with Illuminate, though, and the overwhelming odds. So this is going to be a game of spam up here.
Yeah, there's just no Crute waves to be. They're just all going to die very, very quickly indeed. Yeah.
It'll be entertaining to see how that plays out. Really, it actually sets up to be a 2-1-2, though, in the end. As our lane setup goes, Elisa bottom lane. He's getting a little lower, but knowing that Tiny, obviously he went the tree grab first, so no avalanche or toss to be worried about yet. Although he still has to worry about this.
Yeah, that's a risk of staying in this lane. You don't want that to happen too often, because otherwise the Tiny's just going to get way too far ahead. And honestly, when a Furion is behind versus a Tiny in lane, the trees become a bit of a liability, as you can imagine.
Yeah, so he's back to the bottom lane, but definitely does not want to let that happen again. See Jerax, all that damage, plus 60 that he has right now, so he gets any right clicks off on the Bane, for example. That's something he has to worry about. Tiny is going to be slept. Take some good out of attacks.
He's really feeling that 0 armor right now.
Yeah. He's got the salve, though, so he'll use it here. And heal on up. The Razor versus the Leshrac middle lane. Katzor, he looks like he was in the area, at least. Katzor. There you go.
Yeah. It's just the S4 is doing what he can to mitigate the damage. He got a few free last hits because Nisha kind of was a bit generous early on. And now he's trying to keep it under his tower as much as he can. This is a nice way to deal with Razor. You just farm under your tower, and then when you can't farm under your tower, you farm with nukes. But losing 38 damage, that's not too good.
Bottom lane, Bane. Nightmare's not going to save him. Yeah, double damage Tiny. That mixed with Jarex and the Astral. I mean, the plus 66 damage, it's understandable that he just melted. So that's back to
really that much to do about that one.
Oh, and he's actually in trouble again. The Echo Stomp with the double damage still active. Elisa is going to barely survive because of the Brain Sap, and he's good for now. Picks up the tree, gonna throw it. That just didn't know he's killing Exotic Deer in the meantime. He's like, all right, if you don't want me to kill Bane, I'll just kill you. I'm fine with that.
Sometimes you just wake up and realize you're next to the double damage Tiny.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing to be involved in.
It's bottom lane not going as planned for Kinguin, that's for sure.
And mid lane either. S4 has managed to keep even on CS. He's staying even on XP as well, and then he's going to get his bottle and start spamming out these waves even more. I think he's got past the most difficult bit of this lane already.
So I mentioned that it's not going as planned, but at the same time, Exotic Deer is farming very well, 18 and 10 with CS, so...
Yeah, compared to the 9 and 0, so he's still doing okay in net worth, and he's going to get his phase boots at a decent time.
Okay.
But it's just making sure he doesn't die again is probably going to be the priority here. They still have their ward, which sees what Bane is doing. Which is right now waiting to pick up some bounty runes. Or are they going to toss in Jarex and go for the stomp? No.
No, Jarex is instead going to run into Bane at the 4-minute rune. Nightmare comes out, and Elisa will walk away. Guys, by the way, I know there's the issue with the sound delay. Like I said, I thought I adjusted it the wrong way, it looks like. So, unfortunately, I noticed that when I stream like a little bit longer, like 5-6 hours, for some reason my audio sync starts to go off a little bit, so I have to make some adjustments. But hopefully it should be better / fixed now. So let me know in 2 minutes from now if it for sure is. All right. Back to the game, though.
S4 is just farming mid against the Razor, getting what he can. He's managed to persevere until he's got his bottle, which is nice. But now the difference is starting to show with the Razor getting a bit ahead in XP.
Middle lane, Leshrac. Damage going to be set. Nisha avoided the stomp, actually. Well played right there as far as positioning goes. But Bane, not the same story. Brain Sap will only delay the inevitable. S4 takes him out with that Lightning Storm. So another kill going the way of OG. 4-0 start for them now.
The way these lanes have kind of gone, it's like OG have complete control over like the bounty runes in this game. So everyone's gone bottle. Tiny's got a bottle. Leshrac has a bottle. Beastmaster has a bottle. And this is like a far cry from most games where no one would have one. And Exotic Deer is getting ran at.
Yep, one more auto attack should do it. The Sprout attempt is not enough. E2 goes down. You see the Quelling Blade on Tiny as well, just in case, so can chop through those trees if need be. Top lane, Patos. He's fine, but Matt is having a great time up here. He's level 5. His CS, 33 and 6, of course, top in the charts right now. But yeah, CS-wise, I mean, it's actually decent for Kinguin at their 3 cores. They're 2 through 4.
Bane just ran into tower. Okay, that was a bit odd. He just highlighted the fact that he was coming in for this.
Wanted to get that Brain Sap, man.
Yep. But now Leshrac is probably going to get given this top rune, unless Bane can really contest him for it.
Arcane.
And he will get it.
Yeah, picked up, and now Bane's actually in the area to contest as mentioned, but actually Illuminate being channeled up from Cactor off to the side, hits S4 running the other direction, pops his ultimate of the Pulse Nova, and is going to keep on running, but Exotic Deer TP's in. S4 hits the Split Earth immediately. Matt, he's now trying to help his teammate out. He has a Primal Warrior. He's going to activate it right here. They're going to kill Bane with this, and S4 still juking and jiving. He's got a TP. Will he end up using it? Not just yet. In fact, they want to kill Exotic Deer. No, he avoids the Split Earth, though, but he's not going to avoid that. The Illuminate comes through, connects onto S4. At least finally finished the job. A double kill for Matt in the meantime. Beastmaster.
Making sure that Leshrac dies is important, but Mad with a nice rotation there, making sure they get 2 kills at least for what looked pretty disastrous. And all the while, Notel making use of this time where Furion is away, getting a lot of damage on the spot tower. So, OG, despite that little event, they're still doing pretty well. Staying ahead in net worth. Jarex is a bit isolated here. Jarek. Fly's going to come in to help.
Giving up a lot of damage to Razor, but it doesn't really matter when he's dead.
That's a lot of damage right there.
4 heroes.
No-Tail just laughing from the bottom lane.
They did smoke on a ward there, by the way. It was pinged out immediately.
So hopefully Platos is going to realize that something's up and he's going to walk away. As he does. Oh, that stack. S4 is just going to claim this.
Oh, nice.
It's another one as well.
Yep. Pulse Nova going out, and that's a feels bad man moment for the Radiant side. Bottom lane. Tiny. He puts a stun out a little bit too early, though, as Nature's Prophet was still TPing in. So he's going to keep running. Has a toss. They look to chase further. Bane is not going. They're sticking around for the 8-minute run. This could be risky. Astral Spirit will catch Bane, though.
Oh, another DD rune for Tiny here. I wonder if we'll see a repeat of what happened before.
That's convenient. No-Tail, by the way, he's going the drums build, it looks like.
Yeah, it's just he just needs to have stats and just to join fights. He's the main fighting hero here, I think. I'm pretty sure the Leshrac is going to take a bit of a back seat once he gets his mana boots and start farming up a bit more. And then that's when Tiny and Beastmaster are going to run around. Beastmaster's already got his medallion, looks like, and he's also got a smoke on the peripheral fly.
Oh, Razor again trying to avoid the stomp. This time he does it, but he's sapping all of that damage still. So again, he's hitting hard, but he's going to die in the long run. The Pulse Nova helping to take him down. They do kill Leshrac, but it's so far 2 for 1 in favor of OG. Jarek's getting credit for both of them even. Echo Stomp here. Not going to connect.
So Jarek's won that fight.
Yep.
Tiny's just working on this bot lane. He's level 7, almost 8, whereas the Furion, he's having to move around the map so much, incurring these deaths as he does so. He's falling down to the bottom of the net worth, now being passed by Jerax. So he's working on his drum, but he's level 5 compared to the 8 of Tiny.
Yeah,
he's just getting dragged around the shop.
LC, of course, something you want to start doing is second at level 6, even if possible. But Patos looking for duels, and so far hasn't been able to get anything just yet. He's going to head back to the top.
There's no real way for him to like do anything here. He has to like smoke with the Bane, but Bane's still trying to get his level 6 medal. Okay, here's a way to get dual damage.
There you go. There's a dual victory right on cue. Oh, Stomp hits. Maledict is on him, but not enough follow-up damage. So
no real follow-up.
It's the attack. He'll run away.
Gonna farm bot with his coffee, keep this wave pushed out. No-Tail's just really happy farming here, I think.
S4. Does he go the Bloodstone, you think? Is that pretty much expected?
I mean, he could go Yules before, he could go Bloodstone straight away. I think he's just got a lot of space to work with this game. Just whatever will... I'm pretty sure Bloodstone, Yules, and then into some armor item would probably be the way to go. Maybe even... Yeah, I've been seeing like Treads, Yules, Lincolns and stuff coming out from some Leshracs, but I still prefer the Bloodstone myself. Illusion. See if he agrees with me.
Yep.
There's a little chase of Jerax here. He's going to get sprouted up.
Yeah, they're going deep for this, though. He's going to use the Earth Splitter on himself. It does connect on Anisha. Now Fly is here to assist, so is the Beastmaster. The axe is coming out. He's going to be slept up, however. Can't follow up the prettiest initially. Razor, though, that cask bouncing around. The Maldic put up. Nisha for surviving for now. Wrath of Nature bouncing around as well. Nature's Prophet locked down by that Primal Roar, and S4 comes in to clean up. So after all of that chase, it ends up being a turn kill on a Nature's Prophet. And No-Tail pushes bottom tower.
Again, it's like some action happens, Furion TP's in, Furion's the one that catches the brunt of OG's damage. And he's making space currently. He's making space for Nisha, and he's making space for this LC, but Nisha's suffering. He's not doing too well, and LC still waiting on that Blink Dagger, so it's going to be a while before we see any returns on the space he's making.
1,700 gold saved up. Look at the smoke, though. 3 heroes. Wrapping around middle lane.
He's getting spotted here.
Yep, he goes back in. Nisha's fast, but he's not going to be fast enough. There's the connect, and the wand use actually going to keep alive. The blinding light at the last second. Fly goes down, actually. Elisa's going to die for this, but they keep the Razor alive. Wow.
He missed the Maledict there, yeah.
That's why.
He's saying sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he lived.
Yeah, look at that. Sorry. Whoops. I just figured he was going to tick down, but yeah, you're right. That would make more sense then.
But now we have Arcane Rune on the Tiny, 1.2k gold, so he's going to push out this bot lane probably, just farm a bit more. What's Jarek's done with his money? He's bought an Urn and a Quelling Blade. He's had enough of Fury.
Makes sense there. No tail.
Let's do a Quelling Blade check. Quelling Blade Beastmaster, Quelling Blade Tiny, Quelling Blade ET. No Quelling Blade on Fly, but he's kind of accepted his fate, I guess. 200 gold for him. It's a bit too much. Alisash's just going to walk straight into Fly.
Well, almost. Turns his direction. Now they see Patos here as well, who's all of a sudden realizing he's in a bad spot. And all 5 heroes of OG just collapse on top of him. Just like that. So they intended to go for Bane, actually, and sure enough, they find LC, which they'll take.
So, when you want to debut your Blink Dagger on LC, is that how you want it to go?
No. Short answer.
Yeah, it's not really ideal.
Exotic Deer. Debut the drums.
By the man.
Runs away. So top tier 1 tower, that's an easy kill up here, it looks like. Tiny, by the way, the Blink Dagger queued up himself. 1,700 gold saved up now for him.
Yeah, he's very farmed. Probably going to toss to take this tower down faster, maybe, with his Arcane Rune. Take advantage of it. No, he's just going to keep hitting it. Alright. And he's just chasing down Jarex, but Jarex is not to be chased down.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen that several times now. He's kind of just running from the opposition as they're running at him, and eventually he not only survives, but the turn kill. Patos, that was, yeah, if he goes in, then he's probably dead himself. So good decision.
So you're wondering, S4 is in fact going straight for the Bloodstorm. So he's wasting no time. And Furian's managed to farm his way back up into the top of the net worth here. Oh, he's sitting at 5k. Still a long way behind the Tiny, but who isn't?
Katsor has his 4-staff finished. Bottle.
Yeah, this is pretty important. Forcing people away from Beastmaster and from Tiny.
Duel. Well, they do catch the Elder Titan this time.
I scorch your name.
And that's now plus 20 damage for LC. Top lane.
Razor tried to go for a pick, it didn't quite work out.
Exotic Deer trying to chase down No Tail, but the Sprout forces Nisha to walk around in the toss back as well. You hear the Primal Roar going off on top of all that. Just a complete getaway for OG.
The Roar into the save from the Nightmare means he can't follow up on that, so OG having to disengage. It's a shame. Getting an Nimbus Rune, they also had the ward on Kinguin, but they couldn't quite find the pickoff. So looking at Patos now, he's happy. He's got 20 dual damage so far. He's not the greatest, but he's also doing okay. You mentioned the Force stuff, which is going to be quite important in saving people. Also taking advantage of that mana leak when he does decide to actually skill it, which obviously is not typical.
Oh, well, Patos, another dual victory. That was Wrath of Nature actually getting credit for the kill, but dual victory is what matters.
Look at this little ward here on the bounty ring. It provides vision only of the river.
That is pretty funny, actually. Oh, sees S4. Got information.
S4 is spotted. It was like, I was wondering why they were pinging him. I was like, do you see him?
Middle tower
yeah, they do, just about.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Tiny's waiting patiently here in the middle lane, hoping that somebody pokes out. Check to see what's going on. Bane perhaps could be a candidate. LC would be better. Elder Titan sends in the Astral Spirit. Fiend's Grip on reaction, but now No Tail's here. Going to hit Bane. Out comes the save intent from LC, but the toss into the Earth Splitter. Boom goes the Dynamite. It actually went off after the fact, but it looked pretty still.
Nice. Good coordination. So nice. The toss onto him without cancelling the sleep. Into the Electric Sun as well. Now the Claim Roche with the Medallion and Beastmaster. Probably get the Aegis on the Leshrac.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty strong hero for it overall.
While Furian's going to push in the spot lane, he's going to pressure this tower. Jarex is going to try and stomp this to make sure this doesn't happen. Maybe he can get the tower denied. He's got 180 damage about, so he should be able to get the damage. Oh, but LC's looking.
Yeah, he wants to live. He doesn't want to deny the tower at that point. But LC at least guarantees the tower kill in their favor, so overall good play by him.
Tiny TP spot, and someone else cancelled their TP. I'm not sure who it was, but...
A tithe to the impurities.
Now, I think OG just farm a little bit. They get Aegis, and what they're going to do with it is farm. Push out lanes, farm the Bloodstone on Leshrac, and also wait and get that high level and Necro Book on fucking man. And then it's just... play it patient.
Patos going for the duel victory. He's not going to get the victory. Going to get the kill. No. That's not an easy target to duel.
Just challenged him for a quick punch up. Decided he got bored of it after a bit. Just walked off.
Noto joins the team over in the jungle where they're taking out a couple of stacks together, and they're probably going to smoke after this, I'm guessing. Witch Doctor, he has it.
There we go. Nice. Oh, and then Tiny threw the tree because he doesn't know the mechanic. If you throw a tree, it counts as dealing a right click, and right clicks take you out of smoke. So, yeah, don't throw a tree when you're about to be smoked.
Well, he was just showing us so you can make that point. There you go. It's a learning stream.
Yep.
Always teaching. Thanks, Notel. Coddle, he's caught here. Can he blinding light? No. Can't even do that in time. Meanwhile, where was that? All the way at the bottom lane. Nature's Prophet goes down, actually.
Solo to Jarax.
Was that solo? It was.
Yep, with the stomp as well. Now Jarax is sitting level 12. Oh, Leshrak's about to get to the secret shop as well to buy his Bloodstone. Nisha TP's up just before Mad reaches him.
Yeah.
But now they're well in position to take this tier 2 top. Bloodstone achieved 18 minutes. Not the most amazing timing, but considering the lane he had, it's decent.
Radiant's top tower is
a bit of lag here?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's a lag from earlier.
Is this like Battle Cup doing something to the servers or something? I don't know what's happening.
Enjoy your free 2,500 shards, by the way. Apparently, I guess with the whole game coordinator crash and the Battle Cup thing, Dota Plus members all received 2,500 shards. Retribution. Yeah, I still don't even know what those mean or do. I actually haven't played a game yet, so.
Yeah, I bought Dota Plus and I don't know what it does. I just play Morphling and I level up the Morphling and I can play the Morphling voice lines every game.
Leshrac, Bloodstone, 14 charges, good to go. They push the top tier 2 tower. And now going to make their way middle lane. Level 2 Necronomicon and Beastmaster finished. Comfortable 6,000 net worth lead.
More towers to be claimed here. Anyone walks close. Oh well, they're looking at him. They found him. But he's not going to be able to get the toss before the Glimmer Cape comes up. They pop the LC on Keeper, so they want to TP the LC back.
That or just blinding light and just trying to really push them out here.
I don't think that's going to work.
Radiant structures are fortified.
GM not to be dissuaded.
Nope. Still sticking around after the fortification. They're going to go back in. Edict, ready in 3.
I like how they're doing this without Jarax. Jarax has been in bot lane for a very long time.
Yeah, he has. Notel actually missed his avalanche initiation right there, and actually LC comes in. The duel set up on a Leshrac. Out comes the Primal Roar. The Leshrac still alive at the time being. They're going to lose. They give up a duel victory to Leshrac, who pops the Aegis now after the fact, but definitely a victory for OG right there. LC's dead for 40, and there's a tier 2 tower going down. This time he's going to catch the Coddle. He tosses it back in. The cast connects. That'll finish the job on Coddle. In comes Eris, but right on top of Razor, and Razor feels the pain from it. He goes down. Triple kill for Mad. Coming out there. The axe is out of range of Bane, though.
Sorry.
Makes it away. Oh, Notel, he's not done just yet. He's going to throw an exotic here, says welcome to the party. No buybacks on Kinguin across the board. OG looking strong towards a 2-0 series victory here at this rate.
Yeah, this is a bit much, I think. And Bane is going to run in and die as well. That was nice to see that Jarax forced off the Bane in while he was using the Fiend's Grip, so it was actually the Razor that ended up dying because he killed the Necrobook, so taking that pure damage. And now they're pinging LC's up, guys, be careful, but yeah, I don't think he's much of a threat at this point. But they are going to back up, they're going to play this safe, they're not going to hang around, they don't have any ultimates.
Exotic Deer must try to kill the tier 1 top lane. He TP's in and TP's out. Typical NP fashion.
Fortify is going to get dropped, but it's not going to save the tower. Tiny's going to go up here and he's going to push this wave out as much as he can. Ooh, he's working towards that AC. He's actually, yeah, very farm. 2 heroes, 10k net worth. Leshrac just hovering a bit behind there. He's finished up his Yules. Generally getting a lot more tanky. There's a pretty desperate smoke coming out from Kinguin now.
Yeah.
They're going to have to go behind this LC, hope he busts someone in that duel, because otherwise, if they don't get like something amazing out of this, then this game is looking very bleak.
Patos, he's leading the way, of course, has the duel ready to go. Mad is maybe a candidate. There is Witch Doctor here now as well. They just charge on in. They would like Leshrac, actually. They do catch him initially. This time they're not going to be able to save Last Strike, so he's dead, but he's back up. Bloodstone, thanks for that. Witch Doctor goes down, Rage in the back lines. He's locked out with the Primal Roar. The Echo Stomp hitting multiple heroes, the supporting cast. Nisha's just trying to TP out during all this. The Maldic tick down is not enough, but the Earth Splitter helps take out that supporting cast. It's Exotic Deer just going the other way.
He got a lot with that Last Strike kill, but it wasn't enough, and he comes up instantly because of the Bloodstone. Now suddenly you're dealing with the spot push. Tiny's got, he's working close to an AC now. He's only got a bit of gold left before he has that, and with the spot tower push, he'll probably get it. Mad is just running down the lane like a madman. At least he got Exotic Deer, he's got his Orchid now, working towards his BKB, but I think by the time he gets that, there's going to be so many items to deal with him already.
Yeah. Yeah, Nature's Prophet impact is, I mean, again, top net worth on the team. And honestly, I was going to say, I mean, I feel like LC, if anything, has been like the biggest impact, but seemed third on his team in overall net worth. But that's
the Furion sacrificed so much. He showed up to every single fight, and every single fight went pretty badly wrong for him. It started off with that like fight bot where he just, puddles trouble.
Dead trouble, you could say. Maybe not. Call to arms ain't going to work. Press the attack more so. LC. Heals on up. Jerax, he does not have his Earth Splitter. Won't matter. Split Earth connects. LC's dead for 50 now. And they're going tier 3 bottom. You see at the top lane, you got Nature's Prophet trying to push in that tower, but Bane gets chucked in, and that's going to do it, in fact. Kinguin's had enough. GG, well played. OG, 2-0. They're going to the grand finals to take on Mad Lads in a best of 5, and that will be tomorrow with a chance for the major European spot on the line for the MDL.
Leshrac just kind of, I like seeing Leshrac win. That hero just feels nice. I don't know. It's just nice to watch, I think.
Yeah.
I think Jerax is the one who mainly made the plays this game. Solo killing the Furion, just generally being in most fights. He was, I think, dominating or something, sitting above the Furion in net worth at like 7 minutes or something like that. But yeah, just nice game coming out for him. And OG doing well in almost all the lanes. They lost mid a bit, but it really didn't matter that much. And Nisha ended up suffering anyway, so just well played and well drafted.
Yeah, OG in the group stages, they had that hiccup there. Obviously, all the credit to Moriarty as well for that series victory they had against them. But definitely did not see that one coming, and you had to wonder what that was going to mean for OG going into the playoff stage. Well, what matters is they're in the finals now. What really will matter is if they can now qualify. They have the best shot here in a best-of-5 grand finals come tomorrow. Again, this is the new school OG even. As we know officially, early on today we found out Resolution no longer part of the team. It's going to be on Mad to help them qualify in those finals. And gotta say, he's been playing very solid throughout, and obviously a great performance here once again on the Beastmasters, 7-0-11. Definitely doing his part. But that should be a fun best-of-5 tomorrow. The OG versus Mad Lads. You got one team in OG, one that maybe a lot of people expected to qualify going into these qualifiers, but then Mad Lads on the other side. It make up very good players, of course. And it's just a matter, will they be on the same page and connecting like they've been these last couple of days. So, should be a good one. But, Rhyme, that means our day is coming to a conclusion. Sad but true.
It's been a long day at that.
Yeah, another long day in the books. 3 best-of-3s. Finishing up, only going about 8 hours here. Really not too bad when you look at it from that perspective. But overall, a good day of Dota. Rhyme, as always, though, I want to thank you for joining me as a co-caster. Really do appreciate it. Any shout-outs, any last words from yourself?
Well, thank you for having me. You can follow my Twitter. It's somewhere in the title of the stream, I'm sure. And yeah, thanks for having me again.
Always a pleasure. At Rimedota, R-I-M-E, Dota. There you go. And myself at BreakyCPK. You can check out my Twitter as well. We are wrapping up for the day. Tomorrow, though, we are going to be back. At least the broadcast will. I wanted to double-check 100% when it should be tomorrow. Don't have the information in front of me. I want to say it's going to be at the same default time as it's been basically every day. So if I'm not mistaken, it should be at 9 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, so 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern, 1400 Central European Time is what we're looking at come tomorrow. Again, Mad Lads versus OG. Best of 5. No advantages or anything. It's straight out best of 5. Winner goes to the major MDL event. Loser will come up just short here from the European region. So hopefully, guys, you enjoyed the broadcast today. Again, I was BreakyCPK, joined by Rimedota. Have a good night, guys. Congratulations one more time to both OG and Mad Lads. We'll see them both tomorrow. Until then.